Welcome to the Eastern Michigan University Disability Resource Center's video series. In this short video, we'll walk you through the process of speaking with your professors about your accommodations. Once you receive your letter of accommodation, you still need to speak with your professors about your accommodations in order to receive them. This can be a step that students feel unsure about, and we're here to help you.
Alright, so the Disabilities Resource Center will email me my accommodation letter. So why couldn't I just forward it on to my professor, just hand it to her in class?
That's a good question. I'm glad you asked it. Today, during our first appointment, we've talked about several accommodations that you're going to be using while you're here at Eastern Michigan University. However, while you're here, you need to be an active participant in implementing those accommodations. So even though you'll get a letter from our office listing what those accommodations are, you still need to talk with each of your professors in each of the classes that you plan to use accommodations.
Okay, so what should I discuss with them?
At least you need to make sure that the professor has gotten the letter and knows how to implement the accommodations. But in most cases, you'll need to talk to them more about how to arrange and coordinate certain accommodations. For example, we determined that you'll be getting a distraction-reduced environment for testing. So the professor may be able to find a quiet location within his or her department where you can test. But in most cases, you'll arrange with the professor for you to be able to test in the Center for Adaptive Technology Education Lab, or CATE Lab, and you'll be getting a form from the CATE Lab very soon through email, which you'll fill out with your professor.
Alright, well, I'll be looking forward to that email also.
Yeah, good. And finally, talking to the professor really helps them to put a face with your name. And the more and more you communicate with the professor, the better the communication will be, and the more comfortable you'll feel talking to him or her about anything that you need.
So although you and I decided my accommodations today, talking with the professors would help me implement those accommodations with them and help them get to know me. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You should speak with your professors during the first week of classes each semester, or as soon as you receive your letter of accommodation. Emailing the letter or handing the letter to your professor without communicating how to coordinate the accommodations is not sufficient. One opportunity to speak with your professor is right after your first class meeting.
Hello, Professor. Yeah. Could I take a moment of your time to talk to you about my accommodation letter?
Oh, I'd be happy to talk about your accommodations. I teach another class right after this one. Would you mind coming to my office hours later? We can take our time.
No problem, absolutely.
See you there. You're welcome.
In this example, the student approached the professor and was flexible in their expectation of speaking with the professor immediately. Sometimes a professor will speak with you immediately in the classroom. This can work out well, but if you would like more privacy, meeting in the professor's office would be more appropriate. Office hours are typically listed on your syllabus for each class. Make sure that you're prepared for your meeting and bring your letter of accommodation and any additional forms, such as the CATE Lab testing form.
Hello, Professor. I was wondering if I could talk to you about my accommodation letter now.
Good. I remember you from class earlier. Come on in and have a seat.
Thank you. So what I have with me today is my accommodation letter from the Disability Resource Center. It's stating here that I need 50% extra time on tests and flexibility with my attendance.
Okay, I see. How do you take extra time on your tests?
Alright, I take my tests down in the CATE Lab down in Porter, and what I have with me today is the CATE Lab form, and this is the form that we have to fill out to show them what times and days that I have to take the test at, and then I'll take it down to CATE Lab.
I see, yeah. Let's look at the syllabus and fill these in now.
Okay, awesome.
Once you and your professor have filled out the CATE testing form completely, you'll need to take the completed form to the CATE Lab in 120 Porter.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, cool. Could we please talk about my flexibility with attendance then?
Sure.
Alright, well, I have a medical condition that comes and goes, and so therefore I might miss a few classes here or there. So last semester I missed about 2 days beyond what my attendance policy on my syllabus allowed. So therefore I was wondering if that would be okay.
It seems reasonable to me. I can allow up to 2 absences beyond what the attendance policy requires, but do be sure to get in touch with me prior to missing class or contact me as soon as possible after you've missed one.
I will definitely do that. That's easy. Yep,
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Yep.
Thank you for coming in.
Yep, thank you.
Being proactive in requesting these kinds of accommodations will help your professor understand that you are serious about using your accommodations responsibly. Each professor will have a different way of working with students regarding accommodations for consideration. Please enter your meeting with an open mind and a willingness to be flexible. So in review, at the college level, students are active participants in the accommodation process. This may differ from any experiences that you may have had in high school. The process may require you to do a few things that you've never done before. Speaking with your professors about your needs may seem intimidating at first, but it is most often the only way that you can receive your accommodations. Speak with your professors in the first week of class, preferably during their office hours, and be prepared with your letter of accommodation and CATE testing form if necessary. For more information, contact the Disability Resource Center at 734-487-2470 or drc@emich.edu. You can reach the CATE Lab at 734-487-1419 or COE_CATELAB@emich.edu. The Disability Resource Center at Eastern Michigan University. Recognizing barriers, expanding minds.